Today I'm going to tell you about Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was the first flight to send people to the moon. It was done by NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The flight was part of the space race. It finished the plan set by John F. Kennedy in 1961 to land a man on the moon and return him safely to the Earth before the 1960s ended. On July 16, 1969, the spacecraft Apollo prepared to launch a crew of 3 astronauts into space and the history books. NASA officials selected Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins as the astronauts who would make the historic trip from Earth on Apollo 11. Just 4 days after launching from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, the spacecraft neared the moon's surface. Before touching down, the 3 men split up. Collins boarded Apollo 11's command module, the Columbia, where he would remain in orbit around the moon. Armstrong and Aldrin boarded Apollo 11's lunar module, the Eagle, and began to descend to the moon's surface. The Eagle made a risky landing in a shallow moon crater named the Sea of Tranquility. Most people watching the landing on TV didn't know that the Eagle had only 20 seconds of landing fuel left at this point. Armstrong and Aldrin looked out the windows of the module at the lifeless and barren lunar landscape. After 6.5 hours passed, the pair inside the Eagle prepared to exit the module. As mission commander, Armstrong stepped out first and became the first person on the moon. Armstrong and Aldrin went back to work collecting samples of moon rocks and dust. After over 2 hours, the astronauts brought 47 pounds back onto the lunar module and prepared to rejoin Collins. It was time to go home. The Apollo 11 crew returned to Earth on July 24, 1969. Over the next several years, 10 astronauts would follow in Armstrong and Aldrin's footsteps. The last mission to the moon was in 1972. Humans have continued to explore space. They even built the International Space Station, ISS, a space research station, where they can conduct experiments and study space up close. 2019 marks the 50th anniversary of humans landing on the moon. Now NASA is headed to the moon once again, using it as a proving ground for a future human mission to Mars. Use this opportunity to get students excited about Earth's natural satellite, the amazing feats accomplished 50 years ago, and plans for future exploration. Fun fact, the gravitational pull of the moon as well as the sun makes the water in the oceans bulge, causing a continuous change between high and low tide. In fact, the tidal effect of the moon on Earth is more than twice as strong as that of the sun, even though the sun's gravitational pull on Earth is around 178 times stronger than that of the moon. Most places get 2 high and low tides nearly twice a day. Here we have The Moon Book by Gail Gibbons, Discover Our Solar System by Colin Stewart, and The Moon and You by E.C. Crow. If you want to check out any of these books, any other books about space, you can come to your local library. As part of the 50th anniversary of humans landing on the moon, libraries nationwide have decided to have the summer learning program theme be a universe of stories. So everything that the libraries are planning, every program and all the books that we have over the summer are going to be about space and the moon and the sun and the stars. Thanks for watching this Adventurous Kids episode.